just so scary. How the hell does anyone think that's normal?
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're taking a look at the top 10 I'm A Celeb Disasters.
This is the worst thing we've ever done.
For this list, we're looking at the biggest scandals and show-stopping moments to hit the show over the years. Let us know in those comments which one shocked you the most when you saw it live. Number 10. Strawberry Gate. Often, the trial prizes are delicious foodstuffs the celebrities have all been dreaming of in their weeks in the jungle. That was exactly the case when boxer Amir Khan and comedian Ian Lee won a huge helping of tasty strawberries and cream after doing well in a trial.
I want them. I want to eat them now.
However, rather than share the strawberries with the rest of the camp like they're supposed to, they ate all the strawberries on their way back and then lied, saying they lost.
Guys, who gave the wrong answer?
Ian couldn't take the guilt and later confessed, with him and Amir playing the blame game over whose idea it was. Outside the jungle, both had their reputations tarnished for putting on such a bad show.
We messed up.
So you ate the strawberries and cream?
Yeah.
Number 9. No treat for G. Another case of badly behaved celebrities. During the 2020 series, one of the contestants was Giovanna Fletcher, wife of Tom Fletcher from McFly. G and Tom have 3 young sons together, and it was this detail that made it so hard to watch when she wasn't nominated by the other celebs to receive some messages from home.
She realised that there was an opportunity to not be given a message from loved ones.
She broke down in tears when she missed out on the chance to be nominated, along with AJ Pritchard and Jordan North. Tom talked publicly about how hard it was to watch his wife in the castle going without the messages, but at least she won the show that year.
Take your phone and try and tell us how you're feeling right now.
This is really comfy.
Number 8. Gemma Collins quits. When the GC is in town, you know it's only a matter of time until she throws a temper tantrum and decides to quit whatever it is she's doing. That's what I'm A Celeb viewers were waiting for when she entered the jungle in 2014, and it's what they got, but a bit sooner than anticipated. She only lasted 3 days, almost quitting at the very first hurdle when she had to parachute in from a helicopter, which she did refuse to do in the end, incidentally.
I need to get out, honestly.
You need to get out?
Yeah, I'm gonna be sick.
Still, for 3 days, we had all the insanity, crying, and shouting of Gemma Collins going down under, as well as the allegation that they're treated worse than murderers on the show.
I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Can't do it.
Number 7. Gillian McKeith faints. A disaster for the voting public, certainly. They wanted Gillian to do yet another Bush Tucker trial and got shortchanged when she staged this infamously dramatic collapse on live TV.
Let's get Bob in.
Medics were called and the show quickly cut to an ad break, leaving viewers wondering what had happened. Though Gillian herself has maintained that the fainting fit was genuine, Alison Hammond has claimed that it wasn't the case. She was in the jungle that year too, and says Gillian confided in her that the faint was a fraud. But what do you expect from a woman who built a career on lying about being a medical doctor?
I think it's best if we go to a break right now and give Gillian the attention she needs. We'll find out if she can do it after the break. See you in a few minutes.
Number 6. Jack Maynard gets kicked off.
Once I actually fell asleep, I didn't keep waking up in the middle of the night or anything.
It's not too often that contestants are kicked off by the producers, rather than them getting eliminated or simply deciding the jungle is too much for them. That's what makes the fallout from Jack Maynard's addition to the show so dramatic. It all came about because somebody dug up Maynard's history of using extremely offensive language online. Not to mention that he had been caught behaving inappropriately towards a young female fan.
I wouldn't do that because one, I feel like I don't know enough about it, and my audience wouldn't be too interested in that.
The media circus got so intense that ITV bosses were forced to remove him from the show. Though Maynard said he agreed to leave so that he'd be able to fight back against the allegations, as they're not allowed to communicate with the outside world on the show.
I think it's really important that he has a right to reply.
Number 5. Noel Edmonds. A late entrance in 2018, a lot of fanfare was sounded over Noel Edmonds' arrival, which makes sense considering the exorbitant amount of money ITV paid to get him on board. When he entered the show, he was named the Emperor.
How are you feeling about being Emperor?
Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful and moist.
However, the viewers didn't really like this, and only a few days later, Edmonds became the first person to be voted off.
Oh, am I supposed to look disappointed?
His rather quick exit kick-started rumours of a fix at ITV, with many claiming that he'd already prepared to leave before his elimination was revealed. The fix has been hotly denied by Edmonds and ITV, and it's not entirely clear why ITV would pay so much money for him only to have him booted off first.
There was a Noel Edmonds lookalike who did all the stuff, and I got to keep the boots and the hat.
Number 4. Central heating. In 2020, production moved away from Australia to Gwych Castle in North Wales. Suffice to say, Wales is a lot colder than Australia in November time when the show airs. So viewers were a little confused when they saw the celebs looking a little too toasty in the draughty ruined castle. Some of them weren't even wearing coats and jackets.
And the good news is, it's Shane's turn again.
Production came out and said that with it being a medieval castle, it obviously didn't have any central heating. However, the conspiracy didn't die, and eventually we found out that there were top secrets, additional heating lamps in there to keep the celebrities warm. It was downright scandalous.
Were there heaters in there, Vernon?
There was one heater in my living quarters.
Number 3. Sausage revolt.
He headed up the team as they rushed security, stormed the bridges and started a full-scale confrontation.
Nowadays, the celebs heading into the jungle, or alternatively into the castle, know that they're probably not going to be having 3 square meals a day. They're usually doing pretty grueling challenges for food, which frequently leaves them with very little to eat of substance, making subsequent challenges even harder. But this was back in Series 2, and it seems they weren't prepared. Upon receiving only 1 sausage each for dinner, which honestly isn't too bad compared to some meals we've seen, celebrity chef Anthony Worrell-Thompson led a sausage rebellion, where the celebs threatened to walk off and go on strike if they weren't given a proper scran.
If we want to get out, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, and we're all going to do that.
Number 2. The Rat. Speaking of dodgy meals, the celebs were so hungry in the 2009 series that another celebrity chef, this time Gino D'Acampo, took it upon himself to rustle up some grub.
Would you roast
No, I fillet it and put into the risotto.
That grub turned out to be an actual rat that was caught and killed by Stuart Manning when it came into the camp, and was promptly cooked up by Gino so that they could get a bit of protein in them.
And you start to fry everything together, so the flavor of the rat gets into the beans. Absolutely fantastico.
This turned out to be a dire situation, causing a massive rift between the I'm A Celeb production crew and the Australian RSPCA. ITV actually got fined by the Aussies over the fiasco, and was forced to apologise for not intervening when Gino suggested killing the animal.
I'm so proud that none of them, said anything. They just ate it, they loved it, and it's a fantastic experience.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1. Storm Arwen. The first winter storm of 2021 turned out to be one of the most brutal in recent memory, wreaking havoc across Scotland, Northern England, and North Wales. Right where Gwych Castle is, I'm A Celeb was still running, but for the first time, production had to be shut down completely for 3 days, while they weathered Storm Arwen.
The production compound of I'm A Celebrity Get Me Out of Here was hit by the storm in the early hours of Saturday, forcing the programme makers to cancel the show temporarily.
The contestants were taken away to stay elsewhere while chaos reigned on set, with some parts of the crew's headquarters, as well as the castle itself, suffering damage. To make matters even worse, some troublemakers broke in and had to be removed by the security team for the 2nd time that year.
Gwych Castle has weathered many storms in its 200-year history. It, like the celebs, should be able to handle a few more.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.